Inferno Tower, but oh no! We got a Blimp finding a Tornado Trap! Wait, there's the Invis. Did he do it early?
Oh,
there's an Earthquake.
For your first semifinals today, it is my pleasure to introduce your 4th seed, a team with a record of 2 wins and 5 losses in the challenge season, victorious over the Flaming Turkeys and Push. Your first team is the self-proclaimed swag masters of the North American region. It's Fuzzy Wuzzy Wuzzy! Fuzzy Wuzzy's lineup includes Will, Kevin, Stamos, Halo, and Kirk. Eager for their chance at victory, but as the 4th seed fighting as underdogs against a team that was triumphant over them and everyone else in the North American region. Undefeated with a 7-win, 0-loss record. It's time for a CMG takeover by CMG Gaming. The CMG Gaming lineup includes Max, Paevu, Lexnos, Ghost, and Nick. This is CMG Gaming, the 1st seed and front runners in the North American region of the Snapdragon Pro Series. Our semifinals are ready to begin with double elimination on the line. Which teams will stay on top and which will be sent to the lower bracket? We will find out momentarily. Take it away, Caster Desk.
Here we go.
Oh.
We're off Fuzzy Wuzzy Wuzzy. Kicking it off here with Kevin and open up with a strategy that they can plan very quickly, going with a Lava Hound, and he's got the clone and a lot of invisibilities here, Carmen.
He's going right over the bomb tower. It's got to be super minions in there, right? Yes, because I was going to say, if you're going to land over a bomb... Oh, no! The grass rage spell on accident.
Hard to see right out of the gate here. The nerves of the players getting to them. The misclicking, the wasting the rage, but he's not getting distracted by that. He's still getting the other spells there down onto those super minions. He's able to take the Town Hall out and everything in that area. He's got a funnel, but he's not going to have a rage for the dragons now, and that potentially is going to be a problem.
Yes.
Keep an eye on the defensive queen and the sweeper, because the sweeper, especially knocking it back without a rage, could be a major problem here.
Well, this is the Lexus base that Kevin has decided to hit first, moving in with the Dragon Riders. Get ready. We're going to wait for the War Internal Tome. Like you said, no rage spell for these dragons to be able to utilize. Does have a skeleton, but has to place it perfectly in order to try to distract any point defenses, maybe wherever he decides to send the Royal Champion.
Yeah, maybe to get through that defensive Royal Champion or the single Inferno is hard to say, but the freeze and the ward ability was enough to get him past that sweeper and get him through that defensive queen and into the core of the base there. And he's doing pretty solid here. All things considered, one spell completely swagged. He's really got a strong push going through the core.
He's pushing his way in with the Dragon Riders, following behind these dragons with the Warden trying to help him. Finally, now deploys that Royal Champion to the top side as the Queen is continuing her way around. She should stay protected as the dragons are clearing the scatter shot.
Yeah, this is looking really clean here. He's got that last Dragon Rider down south there, picking up the air defense and will help get that down. He does not need that rage. He swagged it. We call that pre-swag here, Carvin. That was incredible.
What a way to start this off. You can see he was nervous, swags the rage, and he's just got to be losing it. Like the thing that, oh no, I accidentally dropped the rage on the outside of the base, and that's going to cost me the attack. But no, able to get it done with just over 30 seconds left, taking down the one and only Lexnos. beautiful attack here from Kevin.
Cool, calm, and collected. He does not hesitate. He just continues to plan as it was meant to play out there, and just carries on anyways. He just stayed to the plan, and that's what you got to do sometimes. Is if you start to panic and start to change the plan there on the fly when you waste some resources, then it can cause problems. But he didn't get scared, and he just continued to execute and stayed calm, and that's very, very important for this.
Yeah, so Eric, my next question to you is, I don't know if you know the answer to this, but do you know why Fuzzy Wuzzy called themselves Fuzzy Wuzzy? Was he?
I don't know. That's a question mark in their name. Maybe they don't even know.
They do. The reason was I asked Halo, and I asked, hey, why did you guys name yourself? It was to make it as hard as possible for us to pronounce their name. Because they wanted to have some fun with it. But we call them the Fuzzy Wuzzy, and they started off with the first 3-star. Brilliant way to do it. Now, are we seeing Lex potentially as the first attacker to be going in?
I mean, that performance meter is maxing out there, so obviously Lexnos is ready to go here. Or whoever is going to be that first attacker there from CMG. We'll see the highlighted picture behind them when there we go. Looks like it's going to be Nick as our opening attack here for CMG. Now, Nick has recently, his number 1 and 2 attacks have been the Yetis with the Super Wizards and Bats or Super Witches. And in the previous seasons, he was a very, very fierce opponent with the Super Witches. And since that new attack has emerged, he's added that arsenal. And I've noticed that between the 2 attacks that he's found a way to take out most bases. And I wonder if he sticks with those or if he changes it up here today.
That's a great question to see what he wants to run. And it is going to be, like you called, the Super Witches indeed. As the Blimp is going to go in first. With that rage, typically you have the Yetis to help grab the Eagle Artillery, take down the Archer Tower, and looks like he's also going to grab a Grand Warden Altar, which is only going to help as the Queen looks like the healers will eventually be deployed on her so that the whole troops and everything can move through the base and maybe send the King on the far outside to kind of force the Witches more into the Town Hall.
Yeah, very clean funnel there formed off of that. Blimp did get the CC pull out of it, but normally with Super Witch attacks, we're not too worried about getting the early CC pull where the Blimp. But notice he's already wall breaking into the Multi-Inferno and trying to cut it off down the line with the King, the Valkyrie, and the Wizard. He gets the big boys to turn back, and everybody is staying together into the core of the base. He's got the jump to cross through. This is looking pretty clean here, Carbon.
It's looking good so far with the healers onto these Witches to bring them back into the core. Remember, still has that Warden Eternal Tome. The jump spell is going to give him access to the Town Hall compartment. And this King ability will go to the cannon, then he'll run his way back to the outside. But when are we going to use this Warden Eternal Tome here?
That's the nice part about the Super Witches is you can delay it until you actually have somebody threatened, because the Super Witches just get those big boys out in front of them and they just do not take damage. He's engaging the core of the base there. There's the Warden ability. There is the Tesla farm as well. He needs to get to Town Hall. I don't know if this Tesla farm is going to draw the troops off to the right and make them skip the Town Hall, but it looks like they're going right where they need to go here.
We got a few Witches and the big boys jumping straight for the Town Hall. So we now can play it easy with the Raw Champion. Sends her to the top side. We have the Queen clearing the bottom. Town Hall goes down, and look at this. And Nick of CMG is going to be getting this first triple with the Queen ability still intact. The Raw Champion ability is going to go off, froze up some of the skeletons, and that scatter. Down it goes, and we've got ourselves an answer.
Absolutely. That's where it comes to show where you have a player who is an absolute specialist at a couple attacks, can quickly identify a base and go first for their team and just consistently rack in those triples. Very quick base identification and something he's very comfortable with.
Yeah, brilliant attack there. The pressure has got to be on him, and they know that if they don't triple, that they're going to be down, and as a 7-0 record, a huge favorites. If they were to lose the first round, you know they're going to be definitely holding their heads down because they want to go all the way from the winner's bracket and win it all. Because remember, there's no reset when it gets to the finals, so you have to win that no matter what in the grand finals match to keep going to the Golden Ticket Tournament, which is on Sunday.
I just like that he used some kind of witches. That just makes me happy.
Of course you do. Of course you do.
I do love my witches. They're definitely my favorite troop.
Yep. Yeah, you love your witches. Do you like the regular witches or the super witches more? Which one?
You know, I like the regular witches more,
Okay.
but I'll settle for the super witches. I mean, he's so good with them.
I'm wondering, why aren't you wearing the witch pin, which Maxie's winning?
He stole it from me.
Oh, that's why. Okay, I see. That makes a lot of sense. But we're going to take a look now as the next attacker, Will, for Fuzzy Wuzzy, is going to be coming in with his attack. As you can see, if you're just tuning in, the board behind these players, when it lights up red there, that is kind of indicate the next player. And then the score above their heads, the 3 stars, as we saw 100%, is what they did in their previous attack.
Yeah, this is now a daunting task here because you know the record of Chazmac. You have them immediately responding with the triple, not slipping up, and they need to keep that pressure on. And
Max.
Yeah.
You can see there's a blue over there. The only difference.
Max, the youngest player on that team.
It
I
is.
mean, we'll see if he can handle that pressure. Those young players. I mean, not many of them have a ton of experience on the stage here, but you mean, I mean, out of Chazmac, you have Lexnos, who is a 4-time champion in this tournament, and he's going for his 5th right now if he can win through today.
Let's see if he can do it, as we've got Super Minions. Another Super Minion clone, Blimp, coming in from Fuzzy Wuzzy with the Dragon. So it's kind of the Hydra. They're doing this similar attack here. Want to take out the Town Hall. And did they land over the, like, if there's a bomb tower there, landing, no, there's not, because we see some by the Eagle Artillery section there, because typically you never send a blizzard over a bomb tower, so it might not be trapped for certain troops. So if you send a Super Minions over it, that should be safe.
Very true, but look at this. He's got a small amount of CC pull there, just some archers that come out of there, and that means there might be a lot more CC troops in there, like a Lava Hound, or there might be some other air troops here. So we'll see and pay attention to how he ends up dealing with those as he starts his way in. The funnel was formed very nicely by the Super Minion Bomb, and that is going to mix so that the heroes can come on the other side and keep the dragons as a very tight pack and maximize the value of this range.
Yeah, that's the goal. You need to be able to force a funnel on 2 different sides of your dragons and dragon riders, so they go exactly where you want. And look at this. He's moving his way straight in as the Queen can step her way into the Eagle, or the Tassel will bring her to the right side. Looks like it is. Queen. Okay, she's going to avoid the Eagle, but the Dragon should be taken down pretty quickly.
Yeah, but also notice that she stayed to the outside of the base there, which means they destroyed the CC with the CC troops still inside, which means he doesn't have to fight that potential Lava Hound. They were still hiding in there into the defensive Royal Champion, and if he gets her out of the way in these expos, he's home free. But wait, the defensive king is on the backside, and that could be an obstacle for his heroes to make it through if these dragons do not survive.
We have one headhunter. Take a look at the bottom of the screen. That one headhunter is going to be clutch. Has to time it perfectly for when the Royal Champion comes in. The King and Queen are going to loop around. Still have their abilities. That King ability, when timed perfectly, gets so much value with the Barbarians moving through. A giant bomb, though, is doing some damage, but the Queen is following in.
He still has that Royal Champion on standby, was delaying her as long as possible so he can get as much cross-tanking as he moves through that very threatening area with the Tesla Farm, the Expos, and that defensive King. That is a lot of damage output right there, and he wants all of his heroes to arrive at the same time. Ground Skellies, there's the Headhunter pops, starts the ability. He still has a chance with the Queen ability, but he's going to lose his Royal Champion.
The RC is going to go down. Her ability clutched some of those point defenses of the Teslas, but that King, it's got a lot of health still there, but we have a builder hut that's right near where the town hall was. Queen, burn your ability, 20 seconds, hurry up, come on! Sir Will, you gotta move!
Yeah, getting that defensive King down, and he's home free from here. He's just got to beat the clock. He's got a couple of seconds to crawl through, and Carbon Finn, he's going to make it. He's going to make it. Wait, stress, Skellies. Oh, he's got it.
Yes!
That was crazy. A close finish right there. Imagine if he hit a tornado right there and it held the Queen back.
No way. Don't say that. Imagine you said that and then it popped up and then the ultimate jinx would have been Eric. Fuzzy Wuzzy would have been all over you, Eric.
That would have been absolutely horrible. I don't want to think about that. I don't want to think about it. I don't want to jinx any of these today, because they 100% deserve to be able to get those triples if they earned them right there.
Well, the base go. Oh, there was the turnout chip right behind the town hall. That was close.
It was.
That was close to where the Queen ended up there, but whew. Sir Will with his first ever attack live on stage, getting the triple. But now, Max, he's focused. I think he's also plays on the phone, I think, as well, if I'm not mistaken. Well, if we get an overhead shot, we'll be able to tell. But, oh wait, he's not there. I don't think
Paevu is actually jumping
okay.
in there. I mean, we had Max highlighted, but Paevu is going to be next in to go. Maybe Max need a little bit more time to think about it, and Paevu was ready, but here we go. A little bit of Zap Lalo. Got a big kill squad here with the Golem to support the heroes, and sneaky goblins that he can use to maybe form out some funnels.
Yeah, Paevu's looking to kind of get this value. As I'm looking at this base, it's similar to kind of a strategy that we saw from yesterday where the EU was running, using the lightnings and then sending the king and royal champion to grab a scatter shot into a compartment exactly like this, and then sending your queen to walk away all the way to the town hall.
Yeah, I like that he was able to get his king to go all the way in there, pops his ability, and gets that scatter shot down, use that wall break to give him his access in, and he's going to move along the outside. The queen does have the protection of the golems, but she's run into a lot of resistance. And
the queen's ability goes off!
Oh, needs to reach that town hall there, Carvin. This is going to be a bit of a problem.
Oh, she's not even going into the town hall compartment as this section stays up, and out comes Rocklands and Super Minions, Skellies, Archers, and he lost his queen now.
Yeah, that's going to be a big problem because look at the percentage here. He's still only at 30%. And you can see him now slowing down the attack here and stopping to think for a second to make sure that he doesn't rush and make a mistake here. This is a very critical moment of this attack and potentially of this whole war. As the undefeated coming in opposite of the...
No, don't tell me!
Look at the Blimp. I wonder if he's going to gamble on the Blimp and make sure that he gets Town Hall down with that. I'm curious to see what he does here, Carvin.
Oh, he's going all in here. He does have the Blimp, like you mentioned, and a Royal Champion. He pops that Warden ability. Headhunters come across to grab the Queen. Because remember, even if you get the Town Hall down and he realizes it's not going to be a triple, you need to get as much percentage as possible.
Yeah, he's got a couple of extra spells here that he can use to work with the Royal Champion to go after the Town Hall as a secondary backup if this Blimp misses. He does land it. He pops that freeze. He does have the damage on it, and all the defenses are locked up. There we go. Town Hall! Catches it with the crash damage plus that shot from the Dragon Rider.
Tell me that this still may triple Eric because he took like 30 seconds to think on the fly of what to do. This Royal Champion's going through. We don't have any, we don't have a freeze for that single target Inferno. That Royal Champion ability is going to be so much value here, but he's getting a lot of percent here, which is going to be clutch for this war.
Yeah, picking up all of the perimeter buildings there. Going to leave up a couple buildings, and he'll get the percentage pretty high here with 30 seconds and clean up on pretty much all of the perimeter buildings here. Be able to take out the defenses along the edge of the base there is going to make so he picks up a pretty solid amount there, and he gets that Inferno down with the Electric Owl. Clutch right there. That might give him a couple extra few percentage.
Yeah, every single percent is going to matter, but Fuzzy Wuzzy now will have the lead with 2 triples on their side, but unfortunately for Paevu, he's gonna fall short as the Owl's trying to get a little bit more. Clan Castle's full health. Unfortunate there, not able to get it. And we saw him having to stop in the middle of that attack once this Queen did not do what he wanted, to have to rethink it on the fly.
Yeah, now Chazmac is going to be playing from behind. Not a position that they haven't been in the group stages. They went through undefeated, but that doesn't mean they didn't have some hiccups along the way.
Yeah.
There were a lot of wars where they started behind and they ended up recovering it, and they picked it up at the end. We saw some crazy attacks from Lexnos as their closer. Yeah. Generally their closer. We'll see if he ends up going last here today. But I mean, we've seen some crazy clutch attacks there right at the last minute to determine a lot of wars as they made their journey towards this stage today. And we'll see if they can now make the comeback. 8 buildings behind as we go into the next attack. We have Lord Kirk diving in here from Fuzzy Wuzzy Wuzzy.
Lord Kirk, I've actually played in the same clan with him years ago, and now he's playing on stage. Great to see him here represented with Fuzzy Wuzzy. So let's see what he can do with the Queen chart. Ooh, that Queen getting through that defending king, some skeletons, but finds that Tesla farm. Maybe Ghost was expecting something into this section to try to surprise his opponent. But Kirk is keeping it calm, getting the Queen staying alive here, even with her ability intact.
And we also noticed that these are all box spaces on defense out of Chazmac, putting away those anti-2 stars today. And breaking out this different style, but he's able to go ahead and pop that king ability and take the defensive queen down, and tanks all the defense in the area for the Road Champion to sweep in as that queen continues with her charge towards the single front. She can reach that Eagle Artillery over the wall. He doesn't have any additional wall breaks. Wait, oh, is she going that way? She's got an extra wall open there. That could be a bit of a problem. And she's stuck on the Lava Hound while she's got that single frontal locked onto her. She might be in trouble here.
The RC and her ability will secure the scatter shot. Goes off, freezes the single yet again. The RC is going to go to the Expo. Can't reach that multi-target Inferno as the Poison is trying to help clear these lava pups. Look at all these spells having to be used on the single target Inferno because the Queen is keeping to stay distracted and not going for what he wants.
Yeah, I think he's going to take it down now. He should be safe from there, and he'll have a little bit of breathing room there for his Queen as she takes that Eagle Artillery down, sending the Stone Slammer to start his way towards the Town Hall. And it does take a Black Mine and opens up a little bit early. Okay. It's a slow approach here to the Town Hall, but it's not activated yet.
Tornado. There it is.
Get it activated.
It activates with the balloon death damage onto it, pops the Warden ability, and drops the haste. Doesn't use the rage because he invested the rage onto the Queen, but the Dragon Rider did not secure that single target Inferno behind the Town Hall, which means that the balloons have to go to it, and they're taking a massive amount of damage here to the Town Hall Poison.
Oh, he's got the Warden still following behind there, but the Blues are falling fast. The Queen charge is still moving strong. He invested so much into that Queen charge. He doesn't have a lot of resources left for the balloons. He got the Town Hall secured, but he's now just needs to get the percentage up, and he needs to pass up the percentage of the miss there from Chazmac to guarantee his team's lead.
Yeah, with that Queen's ability going off now, under 40 seconds, this Queen unfortunately doesn't have enough to get through the rest of this base, with that single target Inferno still standing, and only about 30 seconds remaining. Time is not on his side, and the question now is, how much percent did Paevu get in his attack, which was the 92? So you got to get at least a 93 to have the advantage.
I'm counting up there. He's got the 3 on the right side there by the Dark Elixir storage. The Queen picks somewhere there. This
grabbing
is really close here.
It's close.
It's going to come down to what he can get at the bottom corner there. And he's going to fall, I think, a building short. Are you kidding me? 1 building lead as Chazmac. They haven't secured their win. They haven't secured their lead yet there. They have to triple to be able to take advantage of that.
If the next player from Chazmac triples, that means they will take the lead back just like that because of 1 building. And that's because Paevu decided to say, hey, I'm going to lollo from the bottom side, which helped get so much percentage, and then setting that blimp for the Town Hall. So that can make all the difference in this match.
Yeah, exactly. But, I mean, we did have that CC. They got pulled and trying to fight the CC.
Yeah.
While you're locked targeted by that single Inferno, really unfortunate timing. Used up a lot of his resources there, and sometimes that's a hard thing to plan for, exactly where the Queen is going to engage the defensive CC and what kind of defensive CC is going to be in there. And those stall CCs, those Lava Hounds, are built for that function. That's why they put them in there, is to try to catch the Queen and just lock her up for a long time, and it works wonders on defense.
And now we have Max that is going. We saw in the previous picture, that was actually Ghost. That wasn't Max, so we'll see as Max here with the Skelly Donut indeed. This is his favorite attack strategy, using the bats to take out the ground expo, the single, and the skeletons to grab the clan castle.
I like that he's also getting out that expo, which is set to ground right there. He's got, I mean, that'll make so the approach towards the Town Hall is going to be a lot less damage from that long-range expo being removed, as he now deploys in a handful of balloons, so a little bit of tanking support there, sneaky goblins, and put in a lot of force here to help drive this Queen into the Town Hall. And without a CC to deal with, she should have no problem getting there and get it, while the King goes in the left side, and I imagine he'll be joining this King with the Royal Champion over there.
I am just impressed how they can keep focused, their hands not shaking, and an attack like this, with Max only being 17, the pressure you would think is going to be insane. Or, I mean, being that young, you don't think about it. You're having fun to be on a stage like this to perform, and he did that absolutely beautifully.
And now we'll see a little bit of lag there. Hopefully you don't have a disconnect, but now chance to evaluate it for just a moment there. We do have Ice Golems just kind of chilling as the Queen was able to continue towards that Town Hall. And if you saw where the Royal Champion on her trajectory, she was looking like she might go towards the defensive Queen.
So the reason why they get up over there is because they can't see it in game, okay? They had to go over and spot over his shoulder in order to be able to see what Max is seeing. So that's why they had to get up and speak to him over that, because they had no input. As now we're getting back into the raid to be able to see what's happening here with the Hound coming over the Eagle artillery, and the Warden's gonna have to be deployed up there.
Yeah, definitely was not a disconnect there as he continues to power through, but he'll be finishing before we see what happened with the result there, and we'll see if he's able to get the Eagle artillery down. He swarms in the Lalo in from the right side. The Warden building deployed over there. The Queen has survived as she made it out of that Town Hall compartment in one piece, and she's going to assist those
look at that.
as he sends in the headhunters are onto the Road Champ, and he's looking good here.
To think that this happens, you know. Okay, what's got to be freaking out as you are sitting there is if you get the Wi-Fi bars, you got to continue, right? That you have to continue no matter what. It can happen anywhere, right? And that's the thing. Kept his composure, and that just shows you how good he is. Did not let that get to him, and still gets a 3-star for Chasmek, and now they have a 1-building lead, Eric.
Absolutely, and his team quickly reacts there and goes and gives them the support that they need with eyes off of their own. Since their devices would have been delayed, he looked right over the shoulder there, gave him the support, the spotting that they need so they can still work together there, pick up that triple, and take the lead by literally 1 building.
Wow, this is going to go all the way down to the end in this match here, as this is the first match of today. If you're just joining, we have tons more to go. It is a double elimination bracket, so if you lose, you are still in it. You're not eliminated. You still have an opportunity like Strut did in yesterday's matchup, where they got eliminated, or they get eliminated. They got knocked down to the lower bracket in the very first match, and then they made their way all the way back and won the grand finals to take first place.
Very true, but there are some advantages to being in that upper bracket. You'll have less wars that you'll have to play overall. You don't have to go make up for that loss by picking up a win there, and then you don't have to eliminate an extra team in the lower bracket once you get there. So the path, if you can stay in the upper bracket, stays significantly easier for the number of wars you have to clutch your way through.
Yes, it is indeed an easier path coming from the upper bracket, but can Stamus, who we heard in the interview at the top of the show, and it's great to kind of get the input from these players, right? We love asking them questions, and that's the thing you never really are able to do is, let's say you're on voice with them, it's not the same of like being in person, because nothing beats being in person to talk to them and get their input on anything Clash of Clans, and we learn so much from these players, Eric.
Yes, they are very, very seasoned veterans here, especially in this tournament here. But he's able to now send in a couple of balloons to clear the way here for this Blimp. It sails all the way in, and he's going in with a Yeti bomb? Yeti bomb. And he's going to follow it up with a Queen charge. Now, that Yeti bomb was able to perform some very, very important functions. He didn't get the Inferno down, but he did get the scatter shot and the Expo and the CC pole and a really clean funnel to now drive across to the Town Hall.
Warden too. The Warden going down is going to help tremendously, so you don't take that damage when you're doing a Queen charge, but looks like easily taking out this CC, which Paevu decided to put a Loudhound Ice Golem inside of that, which isn't too big of a problem if you're dealing with it on the outside of the base with your Queen.
Yeah, nothing wrong with getting stalled up while you're fighting off that tanky CC and you're outside of the range of defenses, so you're not having to burn additional resources into it. But now, sending in the King to cut off the Queen's pathing, and he's got a jump spell to drive her in towards the middle base there, and she needs to take this Town Hall down because he already burned his Blimp, so he doesn't have that as a backup.
Yep, Queen, where are you going? There's the jump. Look at this charge. Oh, there's a Seeking Airmine, losing a healer, raging this Queen back up. But if he passes this Queen, what a charge here from Stamus. Getting this Queen to path all the way to this Town Hall so far, but the healers are unfortunately in range of the multi-target Inferno.
He's going to get a little bit damage, but he goes ahead and freezes it up for now. Ground Skelly's popping his Queen. He's going to have to go invisible. That gets the Ground Skellies to run off and go chase a different hero. He gets the Town Hall down, but his healers are still in danger. And now they're taking Red Bomb as well. They're all down as his Queen charge is in trouble.
Well, the Queen took out the enemy Queen, which is huge. Takes out the defending King, which the World Champion is going to benefit so much from that. As he's continuing this lull through, he does have another Rage and a Freeze to utilize as he's making his way through. Have to be able to protect through the top scatter shot.
And here comes the Hound crossing through the base there, immediately joining with more balloons in the backside. The Hound pops, and he'll keep that air defense distracted, keeping the scatter shot distracted a little bit as well. But as soon as it locks on those balloons, he immediately has that freeze ready. He's looking like he still might pull this through here, Carbon Fin.
There's so much splash on that backside. That's where he would love to have that Blimp Yetis take out the multi-target Inferno. But the Grand Warden, these balloons, the splash, the scatter shot gets a shot off right there. Scatter should go down relatively easily. Wait a second, Warden, he's getting hit. Balloons, go! Ow!
Oh,
no,
this is
Warden,
close.
no!
Oh, Traps is stopping him. No, the Warden goes down, and all defenses that are standing will stay standing. This is a 95% as he falls just barely short. A very nice attack there, but I mean, he lost that queen just a little tiny bit earlier than he would have liked, and if she would have got even one of those multi-infernos down, that would have been the difference there, but she didn't make it. The traps and that inferno damage take them out and cost him the whole raid.
That cost him right there, unfortunately. Paevu's base holding beautifully, and that's exactly what CMG is looking for. The defenses, any defense is huge at this stage of the competition. But the next attacker, which I'm going to guess is going to be Ghost, because the Lex loves to attack last. He loves the pressure. He loves to be the closer to get it done. And it looks like it is indeed going to be Ghost here coming in as we'll wait. But with the pressure on the line, with everything, do you think that CMG can close out with back-to-back triples? Or is it going to start to get interesting?
They almost need a triple here to be able to hold the lead there, because that percentage on that one was so high. I mean, a triple here would still keep things very, very close, but we'll see if he can cross. I think it's a 94% would put the war at a tie here, and that's the threshold you'll want to cross to make so that the last attacker, Lexnos, will be able to control the fate of the team. But it looks like he's going with the Queen charge into Dragon Rider. There's a bit of lightning here as well. And I'm curious to see what he uses the lightning on in his base.
I would see there's a single target Inferno that's near the Town Hall. If he wants this Queen to charge away all the way to the left side there, he's going to have to find a way to protect that Queen.
Yeah, he doesn't have enough lightning to take out the Expo, so 5 lightning and 1 quake. The only defense that specifically takes out at Town Hall 14 is the Infernos, so definitely that's probably the target. And you got the Flame Flinger working to the right side, and that will deal with the Eagle Artillery. He's got a pretty decent amount of troops dropped right now, so the Eagle Artillery is very close to activating, so he needs to keep that in mind there. It is activating now, and it'll start to fire away at his Queen while she fights off a partial CC pull.
Brilliant job with the Flame Flinger. Getting an Eagle Artillery like that is going to help so much for the rest of this raid, as he can actually send his Dragon Riders into, there it is, to the multi in the Air Expo, and they can path directly in towards the enemy Queen. Does pull out a CC, but the Queen secures the Town Hall.
There is the rest of that CC pull there. Super minions drop out of there. The poison is on him. He's got the headhunters going in, but they have to go through the defensive king before they go to the Queen. But with the rage, that will give them the damage output that they need. They quickly make the transition, lock onto that Queen, and all of these traps are being absorbed by that ward ability. This is looking good, and the Queen charge is still chugging along in that left-hand corner.
And the Queen's ability goes off as well as the Tornado Trap is found. Look what the Tornado Trap was. It was more towards the outside and not behind the Town Hall. Maybe they were thinking that there would be a Blimp, Sneaky Goblin, something sent into it, but it was not, as Goes with the brilliant charge here. Now takes the 1-star lead, but it's still anyone's match going into the final set of attacks here, Eric.
Now, plenty of time to clean this one up here. This Queen is looking like she might go down. She lost a couple of healers along the way, but the Dragon Riders will step in there easily, pick up that last Expo with the support of the balloons, with the support of the Warden, and with over 40 seconds on the clock, no problem with that cleanup, and he'll easily grab that one and really put their team into a strong position here.
Brilliant attack there. What a way to use the lightning spells to help protect the Queen through that charge. Absolutely incredible pathing that Ghost can see all the way through for this Queen, and he got the Queen to go exactly where he wanted.
Yeah, really good insight and pathing that Queen into a complicated path there. Just cutting inside the base and then ducking through compartments. Interesting wall breaks that he had to make through and be successful to get into that area of the base there. Like, notice that solo building compartment above the Queen right there that he had to wall break, and then use that to get into the next one, taking advantage of open compartments and just really a master of the wall breaker AI to be able to path his way in there.
Yeah, absolutely brilliant here, as now Fuzzy Wuzzy needs a triple and then hope to get a defense from the closer, Lexnos. Do you think that Fuzzy now, with the pressure on, is going to come through and deliver? Because the final attacker for Fuzzy is going to be Halo Blade.
Halo Blade, definitely a veteran in this tournament and throughout Clash of Clans esports. And we'll see if he can handle this pressure here, because obviously it's a lot different than playing at home when you're on the stage here and the war is on the line and everybody is all eyes on.
This was the base that you had a little sneak peek, right? And just before we started.
Oh, yeah. That's very true. And they held it to the end.
Yes.
Might be questioning exactly.
Might be the hardest base.
Maybe.
Wow. Oh my gosh.
Look at this base. What a nightmare to have to deal with. Completely islanded on Town Hall in the middle of the base. He's brought a wall wrecker for it, though. That's a lot of walls to break through Carbon Fin.
Are you serious? What is this base here? I guess they just wanted to save it for the end? Oh my goodness, Nick. What are you running with the Town Hall all the way into the middle? I guess they just wanted to completely throw their opponent for a loop?
Yeah, it really makes you nervous to go against these bases because there's still plenty of room for traps around that Town Hall, so you don't know if whatever you send there is going to be a safe approach into it. But a wall wrecker generally is, but you have to clear out a lot of room to make it work, and it's safer than a Blimp because it doesn't hit black mines, and he could definitely send a wall wrecker in with a sole purpose of diving in and taking that Town Hall out. But the nice part about a base like this is you do form a fairly easy funnel, although I don't know if the Queen's going to go the right way here. She might circle to the right and go to the bomb tower. She's going off in the wrong direction here, Carbon.
Oh no, this Queen, she was supposed to go and follow that King in behind to grab all that value, as now the wall wrecker is going to try to make its way into the Town Hall, but that ground expo is going to stay up. The world champion needs to clutch that up.
I mean, at least the Queen, if she continues to stay alive on that outside right edge of the base there, she could go all the way and pick up the scatter shot potentially, which would definitely be some good value, especially if the Royal Champion on the other side of the base there picks up that one. But we got ground skillies and now a Tesla farm to soak up this Royal Champion damage and distract her shield.
Look at this. He's moving through. He's got the Warded and the Lalo to come through. Did anything come out of this Clan Castle? I don't think so. It might have been like a Loudhound Ice Golem in there.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, if he still has that in there, then he's...
Oh no, it freeze, swag to freeze.
Oh, that's a bit of a problem there. That's very limited resources here. He's got the Queen still alive, though.
Right?
He's got that ability. I think up the ability and take down that scatter shot and get the sweep round as well. There's that horde ability right at the end.
Oh, man. Halo's hitting this bed. I bet that they are scouting the bases, and they all look at each other like, are you serious? Are they really running this base? What are they doing? And you do not want to fail at a base like this. That feels like they're kind of trolling you, but he gets it done. And now the pressure is put onto Lexnos. And oh my, here we go. So Lex, the pressure's on. Can you deliver here?
They're going to need a very high percentage to be able to pull this through. They did go into this attack here with the percentage and star lead, so it looks like he's going to need a 94% to be able to tie or 95% to win. So that's not going to be an easy thing. It's basically a triple or a time fill in most cases, and it's still a very challenging obstacle ahead.
Yep, 95 is the victory by one building. And that's what you need. 2-star 95. 3-star, you lock it up. You take it, right? But can Lex close it out here? I mean, when you start getting into the mid-90s, closing in the high 90s, those are where it comes into almost time fails, right? Small things where they're almost triples, but you just maybe dropped your troops a little bit late. But here we go. Everything is now on Lexnos' shoulders.
But he is a very, very veteran player, and actually he holds 4 championship titles in this tournament, and he's actually going for his 5th. There's only one other player that has as many championships as he does, and that is Nick from War and Glory. Both of them are facing, hopefully we'll see them, them get...
2, right?
I got 2.
You played a while ago in it, but...
Yeah, I'm kind of cool like that.
Hey, you know.
That's nothing compared to 4 and going for your 5th, but those players, as they played their way through, had always been on the same team, and then they split into 2 separate teams here. So now somebody has an opportunity to become a 5th championship victory in the Snapdragon Pro Series. But here we go. Yeah, we got the Queen Charge into Dragon Rider for this one. A lot of lightning in the mix.
Oh, he's got 6 now. So we know that Ghost took 5, which was not enough for like Expos. 5 is at least enough for an Inferno Tower. But oh no! We got a Blimp finding a Tornado Trap! Wait. There's the Invis. Did he do it early?
Oh,
There's an Earthquake. Is he okay? Is he okay? Hold on. Oh!
Yes, he's okay. Woo! That clutch invisibility is able to get him through away from those storages and get those sneaky goblins to lock on the Town Hall. Enough space for troops to clear the traps in the area. Pairs it with the Quake and the Lightning to make sure that he gets that Town Hall down, and all the defenses, that Inferno and Expo that were behind it, is going to make sure the Queen has a very safe approach in the middle base there. She's just going to need some support on the top side, and here comes the King to provide exactly that.
King and the Warden are coming in here to move together. When you can pop that Warden ability and protect all the King's Barbarians, it is insane the value you can get on an attack, as now the Rage is down on the Queen to continue her charge, to take out this Lava Hound, as this RC is jumping over the wall to take out the enemy RC and the Scatter.
And with the help of the Headhunter and the Freeze protecting his heroic champion through the high damage right there, but a lot of these defenses are tanked all around. He put the Dragon Riders right over the top of the Warden, and he's able to absorb a whole bunch of Black Mines while he's protecting the heroes, and keeps these Dragon Riders alive and moving as they are all working in parallel now.
He's going in with the Royal Champion, taking out the Grand Warden. Remember, the mark that he has to beat is a 95% 2-star. That's the victory. If he doesn't get it, that could be trouble for Chasmic. But the Queen is staying up, still has her ability. Used all the spells now. There's a lot on this backside, including that multi-target Inferno. Just over a minute, 15 seconds left here.
Yeah, but he can mostly just focus on where he can squeeze in his cleanup there and focus on to this Queen. Just time this Queen ability to a good spot here right now. She is holding the tension of that scatter shot, but it's still an air defense up ahead. I don't know if he has enough to triple this. It's gonna come down to the wire here, Carbon.
It is the Dragon Riders. Look, the Arca to try to take out that multi. The one Dragon Riders on the Builder Hut is getting hit by the Air Expo. Queen still has her ability, not using it yet. Wait, Dragon Rider. Oh, the multi goes down.
Oh, he did get it down before that Expo took out that Dragon Rider. The Queen is still hanging in here. The King is coming back for more.
His reaction.
Still has a chance. He's got to get a couple more buildings. Just what wall is she attacking?
Ups the ability. He needs a 95. Remember, that's the number. That's the number. He's making his way through into the Wizard Tower with the Warden. He's got an Archer to the left side. Under 30 seconds, but they're high-fiving. They've got the percentage and maybe even the 3-star Lexnos gets it done.
That was wild. Carried all the way to the end, and this Queen is still moving. She's going the distance as Chasmac puts up 14. Absolutely wild. And the undefeated stays undefeated for another round.
What a war! Chasmac coming in with 14 stars and delivers to keep the momentum on their side in the upper bracket. But that does not mean Fuzzy Wuzzy is eliminated yet, because they will now play in the lower bracket, which is what happened to Strut yesterday, and they were able to be the whole champion of the EU MENA region. But what a war we had here. Let's welcome back Maxi to the desk. Man, what a performance, and whew, incredible.
Thanks very much, Maxi. It's my pleasure now to welcome to the stage 2 members of the victorious team, Chasmac Gaming, moving on undefeated in the North American region and will stay in the upper bracket now. They're here with me, Lexnos and Nick. Welcome, guys. You must have adrenaline pumping through your veins after that last attack, Lexnos. Tell us a little bit about your plans for that hit.
Yeah, I'm still shaking. I had a Queen charge opposite side of the Town Hall plan the entire match, and with 60 seconds left to go, we actually changed the plan at the last second or the last minute and went with the zap for the single, Blimp the Town Hall, and it was a completely different plan. So I was shaking, still trying to request CC troops and change my army, and they're telling me you got 15 seconds to go in, and oh, it was wild.
Well, that is a hard out time, and we know that it is difficult to get that plan finalized and figure out how you want to finish that attack. Yours was the clutch hit in the last moment, though. Can you tell us a little bit more about the maybe jitters that you were experiencing just from being on the stage, not to mention that time crunch?
Oh, for sure. I mean, I was trying to just ignore the crowd and everything and just focus on my attack, but I just can't help but shake. And I mean, it wasn't really the stage aspect, but just the fact that I knew I needed, you know, a 95, 96%, whatever it was, basically a 3-star to win the match. And it was a little overwhelming, but I think I was able to maintain my cool for the most part.
Well, as we saw yesterday with Clutch, that was the hardest part is the first war. I do have a quick question for you as well, Nick. I saw a very interesting base from your side of the aisle. Can you tell us a little bit about your base building design?
Well, we had a family feud war against Tribe Gaming on Friday, and we saw Fluxy's base. It was base 18. That's what it's known as now for our team. And we asked Fluxy for the link as a joke, and he sent it to us. We copied the base, and we're like, we have no idea how people would hit this base, because Ghost failed on it in the war. So we're like, we have no idea how they'll plan on it. We thought it was a good idea to run. Stamus had a good hit, though. Shout out to Fluxy for giving us the link, too.
Well, thanks very much, Fluxy. An interesting round on both offense and defense. Thanks for making it one to remember, guys. Congratulations on your victory, and we'll see you again later today. But next, we have to find an opponent for you. We've got another war coming up, so stick with us.